tutorial use videos, so I can put them on YouTube and everybody can have access to them. What I want to show first. What's up, Desert? We just started. It's going well. How are you doing? So first off, let me show you guys how Nick Slip works. It's kind of one of the easiest load storages. I guess Mindscape is probably the easiest, but we're just gonna do this in the order. I've been good. I've been doing good. Work was terrible today. I'm beat to death. I'm like literally burnt out. So essentially this is the lineup for this. So we're gonna save here. What you do is you line up in this little niche, but it's 2 trees down here, and you line up. There's like a little slope here. You want to be at the bottommost part of it, and then you can hold B, which is your tool button, to change directions, and then you're gonna save. You want to be facing forward to this. The next thing you're going to want to do is get into Potpourri's house. Now, we can't get in there until 11, but I won't torch you with all the hats. Save the hats. Save the hats for a time where I'm not going to pass out on stream. But, yeah, there's been some people talking about the glitches in this game and how to practically use them, so we're just going to go through some of the major practical uses. First being Nick Slip for pink diamonds to skip the grind for horse races in the beginning. So you wait outside her house here until 11. That's the only time you can enter. You're gonna save enough for at least 15 hats? You should, because Odd is saving enough for 10 hats. Can we still redeem that hat on, hat off during marathon runs? You absolutely can. I have no problems with that. In Desert, I'm going to be working on some Photoshop stuff tonight for my friend's stream as well, so I'll be working on the stuff for our stream, if that's cool. Got enough for 7 hats now. Okay, so essentially, every time you go up the stairs, Potpourri tells you please don't go upstairs, right? And it slides you back 1 pixel. Now we abuse that to essentially clip us out of the map, and it creates a zip effect in Harvest Moon Friends of Mineral Town. So what we're going to do is, in this game, you're allowed to input, run, and pause at the same frame. And that allows you to open your pause menu and move forward. So what you do is you move forward here. And this is just as easy as pressing R and start at the same time. It takes a little bit to get used to, but you'll notice you have it if you're standing halfway above the first stair there, like you're halfway in it, and then you're going to save that to slot 2. Now, once you save that to slot 2, I now have what we call text storage, and this is going to store the text for when I unpause the game next. Now, unpausing the game will slide me down 1 pixel regardless of where I am. So we load up another file where I'm standing somewhere else, and that'll slide me down 1 tile. It'll give us a text, please don't go upstairs, and it'll slide us down 1. Now, I wasn't in the right position there, that's why it didn't work. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to resave here, and we're going to load the second slot. We're going to do the same thing again. Load that tile, and it's going to say please don't go upstairs, and it's going to slide us out of the map. Now, there's not a ton of practical places for this, but it does allow you to hit Winter Mine before winter. Now, the benefit of Winter Mine is that you can get pink diamonds super early in the game, which sell for 10k a piece. Now, they're super rare on floor 30, but floor 30 is the quickest, the lowest floor you can get it to. So we'll be doing that. And I'll teach you the quickest way to get down to floor 30. Money's on 20 plus. How many hats I can balance? So we're just gonna set this up again. Now, if you get stuck here, normally in the runs, what I do is that I end up passing out get me out of here. But you could also reset the glitch. Walk out again. Zip out again. Now that glitch right there is called Nick Slip. And it is solely used to get into the mine. There aren't a lot of other practical uses for that, but great to get to the window. Back it up to the ceiling. Now, we're gonna do a quick tutorial on how mine skip works, and you use this to essentially skip to floor 30 without having to actually mine. Now, as you know, if you play this game, mining is a save scum and pain in the ass, and it takes forever, and you can even hit a floor that doesn't have stairs, and that's just not practical for a speedrun. However, we have found a way to skip doing mining altogether, and we call that mine skip. So what you're going to do is you're going to be on floor 0 here in either of the mines, and you're going to find a stair. Normally you would save beforehand and reload just to have maximum energy for when you get to pink diamonds, but what you're going to do is the same concept. You're going to run and press start at the same time, and it's going to prompt that menu after you unpause. So what you do is you save right before the stairs on slot 2, and you go down the stairs once. And that's going to put me on floor 1, right? So we're on floor 1 here. We're going to make a save on slot 1. Load slot 2. I think at least I have the least. So now I have this set up. I've sprinted into the stairs and pressed start at the same time. We're going to now load my save that's on floor 1 here, and the menu will prompt us to go down, and it'll take us to floor 2. We don't have to find the stairs or anything. And this works continuously as long as you know to save in slot 1 on the other floor and then load slot 2. Do the same trick. Load slot 1. Go down the stairs. Boom, we're on floor 3. Now, in combination with this and Nick Slip, it allows you to get to floor 30 in the winter mine in a pretty quick amount of time if you're consistent with the glitch with load storing or mine skips, and that allows you to hunt for a pink diamond essentially and sell that for your money make in the beginning of the game. Now because we were able to find this mine skip, you can actually use that in any loading screen and trigger teleportation. So the most practical use of this is going to be being able to buy items at the inn from the phone there before the inn even opens. We can wait actually till it's Saturday here so I can show it. Not holding my dog. Fast forward. So what we're going to do here is we're going to check TV shopping, right? And today we're going to be able to buy the clock, right? Now, normally we won't be able to enter the inn. Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't say. I have at least 20 hats. You didn't hear a number. I might have like 23 in a box somewhere. Maybe. 20 might be the most, actually. The least and the most. I definitely have 20. So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to save there. Now, practically you wouldn't do this, but... Practically you wouldn't do it this way, but I'll show you how it works next week as well, now that we'll have a save set up. In a run, what you'll do is the first item you buy will be on the first Saturday, which is what, after horse race, I think? The first Saturday after horse race, and you have to wait outside for this anyway. So you can't actually enter the inn until 8 a.m. But we're just gonna set up a save here. Normally we'll set up this save and then continue the run until the next Saturday, and then the next Saturday you would use this manipulation. I hope I'm explaining this clear enough. I'm sorry. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to walk up these stairs here and you're going to turn around. Now what we're going to do is we're going to try to inch as close as we can to these stairs without actually going down. It's just going to make everything else easier. Normally it's turn around and then you're pretty much there. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a save here on slot 2. And we'll order the item and I'll progress a weekend. Whoops. Oh, okay. I can't order it because I don't have enough money. But here, I'll show you guys. So what we're gonna do is, now that we have a save set up going down the stairs, pointing down the stairs in the inn, we're gonna sleep until a day that isn't Saturday. So like, if you check the TV station, you can buy that item until you essentially check the phone. That item will be stored on your phone call at the inn for, I want to say a week, but I think it's forever until you order it. So now that we have a save on slot 1 here, so as you can see, we're on spring 8th, Sunday at 6 a.m. Now we won't be able to enter the inn until 8 a.m. normally. However, if you do the same trick that we've been doing for the other stuff, it stores that load zone before my menu closes, or for after my menu closes. So we store that load zone and then load up data 1. Now I'm on spring 8, right, 6 a.m. the Sunday after I made that save, and I'll be able to teleport in here because the load zone triggered. This will allow me to call the phone, make the call, and order the watch. The clock, but the translation error. And yeah, that's pretty much how load zone storage works. It does have some stipulations, like you have to be facing the same direction. Like, if I'm not facing down in my other save, I will not get, the load zone will not load. So let's just load save 1 where I am turning to the side here. So we'll make a save here sideways. Now I have load storage here. This is load storage, so I'm gonna load the. I have load zone storage, so I'm gonna load data 1 and nothing happens. It's because I'm not facing the same direction that I triggered the load zone. I don't know why it works that way, but that's just how it works. It works that way with text storage as well. You have to be looking the same direction. Desert brings up a really good point here. I actually wonder if someone like Ellie, it would be faster to have a load storage set up outside the house. Yeah, it would cut out a bunch of walking time, exactly. So I'm going to give you guys an example of how that would work in the Potpourri run. So once Potpourri has Purple Heart, you can enter her house at any time of the day. And she'll be in there and you can talk to her and gift her, which is really great for that run because you can enter her house at like 6:20 every 6:30 every However, you can also set up like, let's see here. I'll give you an example. I'll give you a better. You can set it up so you can cut a bunch of walking time and load screens out. So just wait until 11. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to set up a load zone. So now I'm inside this house, right? We're going to load data 1. And it'll spawn us right outside our house. Now that's going to save us like roughly a second every day. If I can do that menu perfectly every time, it'll save me a second every day walking back into her house. What console was this one for? This was for Game Boy Advance. And that'll allow us to essentially enter her house at any day, or it'll let us enter her house super early. You can do this with a lot of the marriage candidates. A lot of them, though, for load storage, you can't get to the room that they're actually in the morning, which is sad. It works really well for potpourri. I think Ellie's would save a lot of walking time if you did it from, like, the shop here. So say you may locked on a Sunday, since you have to wait until 9 either way. You were thinking on your farm. So walking back. Yeah, so you could also do a save like that. Let's check that out. So we're gonna save this one to slot 2 here. So in theory, how this would work is you would give a gift to Ellie, and then you would save and then load zone storage, or yeah, load zone transfer. I don't know what I don't know what the we're seeing purple heart here or black heart. So you would give her a gift, you know, talk and give her a gift, and then immediately save. And that would be your save on slot 1. Then you would load data 2, get load storage leaving your farm, load data 1 where you've already given her the gift and talked to her. Ooh, not close enough. Load. Or in sorry about that. That's definitely close enough, right? Exit the menu, and it would spawn you back on your farm. Enter the door. It would save you, like, it would save you time walking, essentially. Warp back to your house and sleep. And as long as you remember that your load storage is always saved on slot 2, is how I do it, you shouldn't have any problem messing. So let's say we wait again until 9 a.m. And now we're on spring 9th, right? So we're going to give her a gift. Talk to her. Save facing down, because that's the transition we need. And we're going to save that to slot 1. We're going to load our spring 8 save, walk out the door, and load slot 1 again. Transfer us back to the house, enter, and sleep. And that's the end of our day. It might seem complicated, but once you get the hang of the menuing, that's all it really is menu, which is super nice. There aren't a ton of other practical effects for this, sadly. You can also leave your house when it's storming using this. If you set up a save in your barn, you can just warp out of your house, which is kind of nice. And actually, when it's storming, it's just a normal day. It's like sunny. It's weird. But yeah, you can do that. To put it in a perspective for you, like, if I did it with Karen, Karen actually hides in the back room. I wonder if I have a save where I can show you guys this. Let me take a look real quick. This is a good. I'm sure I could find one. All girls at Red Heart. This is the kind of. If any of you guys have any questions about this that would probably prompt a better answer from me, that'd be great too. If you have any like, oh, what if you did this? Oh, why am I married to Anne? I haven't seen you drink yet. That's fair. Hydrate. Thank you for the hydration. I need it. So we're gonna wait here and we're gonna enter the shop. So we're at Red Heart with everyone. We should be back here. So I'm gonna set up a load zone here just to show you. It's kind of impractical. You have to be at full friendship with Jeff, Karen, and her mom. I don't know her mom's name to be able to enter back here, I believe. And then we'll load zone here. And this allows me to be in the shop at 6 a.m. However, nobody's in here. One of the Friends of Mineral Town New Game Plus runs. I wish, dude. Previous save state runs, I'd be very into that. Or previous saves runs. That'd be wild. You could do some really crazy stuff with runs where you can enter people's houses super early. Because potpourris, you could skip getting into Purple Heart then, because you could just enter your house with load zone storage. But yeah, as you can see, there's nobody in here. I can't purchase items or anything. The game actually doesn't doesn't let you do anything. If you had them all at Red Heart and everything, you could find Karen back here at 6 a.m. However, that's extremely impractical because you'd already be married at that point. Ellie's would be extremely fast. Where does Ellie live? Does she live upstairs in the hospital? The hospital, okay. Yeah, she for sure lives up here. You'd have to screen transition up though, and I don't know if that would work without the right hearts. It might just give you the dialogue. Oh, I have to have a save face. So that time it didn't work because I was facing the opposite direction. So we're upstairs here at 6 a.m. If they typoed that sign. Yeah, so she is up here at 6 a.m. I wonder what it requires to enter up here. Probably Purple Heart with her and max friendship with Doc, I would probably say. But she is up here. That would be pretty quick. Yeah, Doc needs affection though. You'd always give him apples though, but then you'd have to wait till fall. Yeah, this would be good for New Game Plus, though. That'd be really nice. That's the question, though, is does that work? Let's do a soft reset and see. Can I enter upwards if I have no affection with her? Take a look into that real quick. New Game Plus odd is a category we've been throwing around for a little bit where you have a previous save on your slot 2 where you could do load storage from. Where essentially your save 1 is the speedrun, your save 2 is the setup. Okay, so let's see if we can do this here. Right, so we're on Spring 2 here. Save, Data 1. I'll load my Year 3 save. Yeah, so just allowing some pre-work, exactly. Yeah, so he just gives you can't go upstairs. So I don't know if that one's not practical. That's super interesting though. How that one works. What else could we do with that? We could probably do Mary's will probably just say please don't go upstairs also. You can't do the Anne one because you need to input something to open that door to get into her back room where she lives. Is there an end of day message? You pass out. We found some nips with passing out in this game as well. You can pass out and pause on the same frame and save, and it does some weird things. And you won't get warped home. Yeah, you can just continue to work. Oh yeah, and your crops will stay into the next season. That's a super interesting one because you can use that in like, I think in Mary's. And because passing out from swinging a tool requires a button input, and you can't pause and do an A or B input at the same time. I'm trying to think of other marriage candidates that would be useful. That New Game Plus would be useful. I mean, potpourris, it would be useful, like because you could, because potpourri's downstairs, for New Game Plus. So like, say we're doing a New Game Plus run, we're doing pre-save run. Ooh, the load zone on that's super far up. Clip out of bounds and harvest that corn. I can take a look at that. It's super easy to check. So like, let's save this in data 2 and load our year 1 save. So this is a fresh save here. Whoops. What's nice about this is that worst case scenario, you just load the save again. The problem with festival endings is you can't open the pause menu during festivals. And so we essentially warp into her house. It's spring 2. We have no affection with her, and we're inside her house at 6. So New Game Plus would work with potpourri. New Game Plus save would work with potpourri pretty well. Potpourri is always on the... you could also do it with Anne, or no, you could also do it with Cliff and Gray in More Friends of Mineral Town. This glitch does work in More Friends of Mineral Town the exact same way. Essentially, it would just be walking upstairs in the inn at 6 a.m. So what we would do is we would set it up here. Make a save facing up here. I don't think I'm close enough. And you would be able to get up here with Cliff and Gray at 6 a.m., give them gifts. That would save some time as well.